Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's story comes straight from KwaZulu-Natal, and it's one that has people talking across logistics, border control, and road safety circles. Please watch right to the end so you can see the names of the sources and verify the news yourself. And if you're new here, take a moment now to subscribe so you don't miss more stories like this. In KZN, authorities have detained 7 foreign national truck drivers from Zimbabwe, Malawi and Zambia while also impounding 14 trucks deemed abnormal in size or specification. The operation was carried out by the Provincial Traffic and Transport Enforcement Unit in coordination with border control agencies. The trucks themselves were reportedly heavier or longer than legal limits, and had irregular load configuration that caught the attention of officials. Many in the trucking and transport industry are calling this action a signal that enforcement is increasing, especially regarding cross-border logistics. The detained drivers were stopped at various checkpoints, including major routes leading from the border posts. Officials say that during inspections, they discovered that many of the trucks were carrying loads that exceeded axle load limits, dimensions outside regulation, or modifications that made them unsuitable for safe road travel. In some cases, the paperwork and permits did not correspond with the cargo or vehicle specifications. Because of that, the drivers were arrested for contravention of transport laws, and the trucks were impounded while further investigation is underway. One industry association member, who preferred to remain anonymous, commented that these are not isolated incidents. He said many operators from neighboring countries shuttle goods across the borders daily, sometimes bending or breaking rules to gain competitive advantage. He believes the recent detentions are intended to deter operators from ignoring regulations and to protect road infrastructure from damage caused by overloaded and oversized vehicles. Local residents in KZN towns along the transport corridors said they had witnessed some trucks straining bridges or rolling through town centers despite weight restrictions. The impounding of 14 trucks has drawn attention because that's a significant number in a single operation, showing authorities are treating the issue seriously. The Provincial Transport Department issued a press statement confirming that enforcement will be continuous and that impounded trucks will only be released after compliance adjustments and penalties are paid. Officials emphasized that detentions and impoundments are not about xenophobia or targeting foreign drivers because of their origin. Rather, they claim the crackdown targets the vehicles and loads that endanger public safety, accelerate road damage, and create unfair competition against those who comply with the law. The statement also made clear that local South African trucking companies had long complained about unfair advantage by those who flout regulations. Among the detained, some truck drivers claimed they were unaware of the technical details of permissible load limits or vehicle alterations. Others said they were following instructions from local exporters or logistics coordinators who manage cross-border trade. Investigators are looking into whether some of these operators had complicity from officials at border posts or whether they paid bribes to pass checks under the radar. Meanwhile, community members have mixed reactions. Some applaud the enforcement, saying that roads and bridges in rural KZN are already straining under heavy traffic and abuse. Others warn that cross-border trade is vital to many small businesses in these border provinces, and overzealous enforcement could slow down exports and imports vital to livelihoods. A few commented that training and support for compliant transporters should accompany enforcement, so regular operators aren't unduly punished. Transport experts point out that such operations require balance. While enforcement is essential to preserve road safety and longevity, consistency and transparency matter. If impoundments are done arbitrarily, or if determinations of what is abnormal are unclear, it could stoke resentment in the transport community. They recommend that authorities publish clear guidelines, carry out regular audits of enforcement teams, and coordinate with neighboring countries to standardize cross-border transport rules. On a human level, the detained drivers are now facing both criminal and civil proceedings. Their trucks will be held until they meet legal compliance requirements or pay administrative fines. They may also face charges under the National Road Traffic Act for offences such as operating unroadworthy vehicles or overloading. Some could be banned from future transport operations in South Africa, depending on the outcome. This kind of enforcement is not unique to KZN. Across South Africa, provinces have struggled with the tension between encouraging trade and preventing abuse of infrastructure. In many border zones, the pressure to move goods quickly sometimes pushes operators to cut corners. But when public safety is jeopardized, be it by worn road surfaces, damaged bridges, or accidents involving overloaded trucks, residents and drivers alike feel the consequences. The government says it understands these pressures and plans to engage with transport unions, cross-border logistics groups, and regional authorities to create better oversight and compliance support. Their goal is to reduce illicit operations while preserving legal trade. To lighten the mood just a little, someone on a transport forum joked that after seeing 14 trucks impounded in one swoop, the next step should be installing truck detectors at the border that beep when you break the law. Another quipped that some drivers might start carrying textbooks on axle weights instead of GPS units. But yes, when the law catches up with some creative driving, it tends to get serious fast. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated or surprised you, hit that like button and share it with someone in the logistics or transport world. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. All images used in this video are for illustration purposes only. News sources include the Provincial KZN Transport Department press release, reports from IOL News, The Citizen, and national transport and logistics media outlets.